So if you have seen our travel videos, you notice that we travel a lot with our cats, Frederick.
And if you're wondering how we do it or the logistics about traveling with a cat, this is the video for you. So for the past 2 years we haven't left Australia due to COVID, and Frederick has come to us in all of our trips, and we have to say it's been quite easy.
He actually doesn't enjoy to go to the carrier.
The hardest part is making your cat go to the transporter again. It's always a war with Frederick.
Yeah, but I think he actually enjoys exploring new places and getting out of his comfort zone sometimes.
The first tip we can give you is to book accommodations that allow pets. We always use Airbnb or Ride in Australia, and both of them have plenty of hosts that allow pets, and both platforms allow you to filter the accommodations that allow them. The prices are slightly higher than normal accommodations, but not to the point that would deter us from taking Frederick with us.
With the accommodation booked, it's time to start packing. So we actually always go with our big litter box, but we notice that there's some collapsible ones that they are way easier to store and to go around for this type of trips, which we haven't bought yet, but it's in our horizons.
There's also collapsible plates, but we usually just take the normal ones with us because they're quite small and they're easy to pack. And we always keep them handy in case we need to give him water or food during the trip. So during the trip, he always goes on his carrier in a back seat, tightly secured with a seat belt.
And probably a good tip if you have a scary cat as like Frederick, like ours. Probably we tend to put a blanket on the top of the carrier just to make sure, first of all, it doesn't take a lot of sun to overheat, but also for him to feel a little bit more comfy on his own space.
Yeah. Also some of his toys, some extra treats. Yeah, just to make sure he enjoys the ride as best as possible, and he's also comfortable on the accommodation. So he has like some familiar things with him.
Yeah, his own sense.
Yeah. So we always take a harness and a leash with us, just to be safe. We never know, better safe than sorry. We don't usually walk him, even though we're trying to teach him. But it's just a matter of being safe. Actually, during our last trip to Byron Bay, in one of our accommodations, it was like
a room inside the garage. So the kitchen was inside the garage, and because there was a few doors with some holes, we were a little bit afraid that it could escape because it's not used to that type of environment. He's an apartment cat.
And there was also a lot of places that he could get
either hurt because of a lot of machines that were there, like cutting machines to cut the grass, and also like tight spaces where we couldn't reach. So we just thought it would be best to have the leash.
Yeah, the leash with us.
Just give him some space, but not too much, especially on that area.
And also on other occasions where we're like in a tiny house and there's like an outdoor area, we try, we let him come to that area with a leash, just in case.
But even though we know like he's such a
scary cat
that even though we put the leash on him, he's not going anywhere because he's the first one going to hide. Yeah.
Still not time yet. Someone wants to play peekaboo with us. Frederick.
So now in terms of planning the trip, we always make sure that if we are going to imagine from A to B and that A to B takes around 6 hours, we make sure that we do a stopover in order to make sure that Frederick gets fed in between and he also has plenty of water. And when I mean stopover, we actually book a place and we do overnights. We stay overnights there and then we do the remaining hours on the next day or even after 2 or 3 days.
And when we get there, we always make sure we stay a bit of time with him just to make sure he's safe and he's okay. And we let him explore at his own pace. He's always quite apprehensive in the beginning, but eventually he lets go of his fear and starts to be more curious.
And more playful, yeah.
Especially when we're there. When you're not there, sometimes he gets a bit scared.
So in terms of logistics, that's about it. There's not much to say. It's quite easy. We just make sure that he's safe all the time and he's comfortable all the time.
So far it's been easy. It's been nice to have him with us on our trips, see him explore, see him get, curious and surprised with, different stuff. I think the only downside that we see is that we always have to be in the first accommodation around the time of the check-in, and we can't really use all the time before that, to explore, because otherwise, if he wasn't with us, we would manage our time differently, and we'd use, most of the day to explore and whatnot. But other than that, there's not really any other downsides. It's only upsides.
Yeah, just in regards to that, he's a cat, so it's quite different from having a dog.
Yeah.
With dogs, you can walk them.
Yeah, we can walk them, and we can't leave them on the car because it's warm and whatnot.
Yeah, and they overheat quite easily. Even though there are cats that they like to go and explore with their own owners, but Frederick, it's not there.
Yeah, and it's quite dangerous to leave a cat or any kind of animal, in the car for a while. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's about it for the video, guys. Let us know if you have any other tips in the comments. Let us also know if you have any questions that we can answer.
And if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
Bye. Frederick. Cuckoo. Hello. Hello, Frederick. How's my little bug?